Hey everyone, welcome back to Kindred Spirits on the Roof. Last time we found an unlikely ally in Nena who is also interested in having Sasa confess her feelings to Umi. We also got to learn a little more about Megumi, her past, how she died, how she met Sachi. All very good stuff. Now we're starting with a totally new perspective, Sachi's perspective, and let's see how we close out the month of June. Tomorrow, on Saturday, June will be over. I've never had any use for calendars since becoming a ghost, but this last day of June is an exception. For me and for Megumi, it's a special day. It's the day Megumi became a ghost and appeared before me, the day my existence as a solitary spirit came to an end, and the day I gained a beloved, adorable sweetheart. The rainy season hasn't ended yet, but the sky was very clear today. There were a few obnoxious clouds, but the sun still shone through the slightly overcast summer sky. The temperature must have been fairly comfortable as well. For the first time in a while, girls were bringing their lunches and liveliness onto the roof. Yuna-san had come too. It'd been a while since we'd spoken with her like that, with Megumi and I on either side of her. I wonder if Sasa-chan managed to confess. That was the result of our most recent assistance. Umi-chan, Sasa-chan, and Nena-chan, the three who were always together. Sasa-chan had been waiting to confess to Umi-chan, and she had gotten a perfect opportunity. Yuna-san had succeeded in holding Nena-chan back to give the two time alone. She had been humble, saying she hadn't done anything herself, but she had certainly tried. And thanks to her efforts, the two of them had left the school huddled together under one umbrella. I wonder what they spoke about on their way home. I have no idea, of course, since I can't leave the grounds. Though I would like to think she did. I saw the three of them on Monday at the beginning of the week. They were all together like usual, of course. I felt something different in Sasa-chan's heart. Amid the same captivation she felt for Umi-chan, there was a new sense of security. And she paid even more attention to Umi-chan than before. I could tell that Sasa-chan would watch carefully whenever Umi-chan said or did something. And I sensed a faint love inside Umi-chan's heart as well. I could tell Sasa-chan was holding a bit more of her attention, too. I hope it goes well for them. Yeah, Yuna-san responded shortly as she ate her lunch. I really do think Yuna-san is working quite hard for us. Listening to her request of the two spirits like us, the girl who used to eat lunch all alone on the roof, it seemed as though she expected she wouldn't want to do these sorts of things. Yet, after agreeing to help us, she's been thinking and acting much more than the two of us have. Yuna-san herself probably hasn't realized, no, won't admit it, but when she's working to help these girls, there's a definite vitality to her. Occasionally she seems to realize that and worry. No, waver? Hesitate. Her feelings seem to sway. But there are fluctuations in her heart that I never sensed before when she ate alone on this roof. I have to admit, I enjoy seeing those changes a little, and I wonder what causes Yuna-san to waver like that. I'm a little curious. I wonder if she'll tell us about it at some point. Yeah, you and me both. We have the same goal, Sachi-san, to figure out what the hell is going on in Yuna's head. I am definitely most curious about Yuna's character right now, above all else. As for Maki-chan and Miki-chan, something seems to have happened between them. Really? Yes, they appear to be working together after school as usual, but they don't go to their hideout at all anymore. So did they fight or something? Things don't seem to be that bad between them, but they may be in a predicament. It's the same for Kiri-chan and Tsukuyo-sensei. It doesn't seem to be going well for them either. Right. I don't expect every girl's love story to have a happy ending. Many girls at this school have had their stories end in rejection. I've also watched girls whose relationships never progressed beyond friendship. However, things are different from how they used to be when I could only watch. Now I can give those girls a little bit of a push. I can mend some of their misunderstandings. Now we have Unison, who can help us accomplish these things. We've also found another girl. Oh, another one. Maybe it's Yoka, our rock and roll friend. I mean, I know she said it wasn't a girl she was in love with, but technically she wasn't explicit in saying it. She just kind of implied that it would be weird. But I wonder if it's her, considering she has to be another one of these girls, right? Why introduce her into the story otherwise? This one is a bit of an odd case. I can sense her feelings through the small conversations she has every morning. It's another girl in the same year as you, Unison. Her name is Koba-san. Do you know her? Oh, yep, there we go. Yes, we do. We definitely know Koba. Oh, you do know her. Are you friends? You're right, it's Kobayoko-chan. What? She's in love with the girl? Huh? But... Oh, you already knew. That's right, she runs to school at the very last minute every morning. Also, she can have a brief conversation with the girl in the disciplinary committee who stands at the gate. I'm sure I felt love from her during those conversations. Huh, I see. Unison seems to know Yoko-chan, but she's quite surprised. I wonder why. It could be surprising to find out someone you know is in love with a girl, though it seemed to be a different sort of surprise. Yeah, at this point I think Yuna is not surprised by lesbian relationships. I think there might be something else. Maybe the implication that it wasn't a girl when we talked to her last. There's something more important to do today, after all. Why don't we leave it at that for today, then? Right, Megumi? Oh, yes, Sachi-san. Aww. Why does Megumi still seem so down in the dumps? I mean, I know she's kind of afraid Sachi might forget, but Megumi's grown on me, and I don't like seeing her sad. I knew the reasons for Megumi's disposition, and I knew it was my fault. Oh, no, that's like double whammy. And now Sachi-san's sad too. God, you two. I'm sorry, Megumi. I wanted to properly apologize to her, and to do that, I wanted to give her something of a gift. Megumi. I quietly went to Megumi's side. Huh? And I embraced her. There was none of her weight in my arms, of course, but I tried to emulate a gentle hug. This kills me, guys. This kills me. Like, what's worse than dying young, not being able to move on, being stuck as a teenager pretty much for like who knows how long, and then like having this really tragic love story. I'm sorry if I start crying again. Forgive me. Bear with me here. I'm sorry, Megumi. It's not that I hadn't realized it. I remember about June 30th. Oh. It's the day I gained a wonderful partner in love. Oh, Sachi-san. Megumi's head shook in my arms. Her brown, wavy hair swayed. Her voice wavered unsteadily. You know, and all this, and you know, like, they can't really touch each other, which begs the question, what's gonna happen when they find out how to have sex? Because that's kind of what this has all been for, right? Like, you don't have flesh That's that's like a huge part of being a spirit or a ghost. They're hugging, and it's just, the image in my mind is so sad. I got a little ahead of myself with Unison because I was excited to have a new friend. I was having so much fun. I was so excited knowing I'd finally be able to do something for the girls in love at this school. I was so happy to be able to help them with Unison. But it appears as if I've made you uneasy, Megumi. I'm sorry I didn't say anything about tomorrow up until now. Sachi-san, I was really worried that you might have forgotten. I'm so glad you remembered. I really am. Could you forgive me, Megumi? As an apology, I have a little gift for you. Huh? Unison, could you? Right, here you are. Oh, I like how Yuna's got a bit of a smile on her face right now, too. Unison opened up a paper bag she brought, separate from her lunch bag, and she removed from it 2 delicious-looking cupcakes wrapped in a clear cellophane and tied with ribbons. They were baked a beautiful golden brown. Huh? This is... I asked Unison to make them for you. It's not something I can make on my own, but I wanted to give you some kind of gift. Sachi-san! Oh, don't cry. Do you like them, Megumi? Yes, I'm happy. I am so happy. I'm glad. I thanked Unison and moved my hand as if to stroke Megumi's hair and keep the tears from her eyes. Oh, this is so sad. I mean, it's happy because there's no misunderstanding between them. Don't get me wrong. This is very happy. But it's just sad when you think of, like, how you couldn't touch the person you loved. Like, that's heartbreaking. Thank you, Unison. And I'm sorry. You went to all that trouble to bake them for us, but we can't eat them. Oh, no. I'll take them home and make an offering of them. Then eat them. Is that a joke, Yuna? Yes, please do. Will she put them at a household altar? It's not as if we'll be there, but I suppose I'm happy for the thought. No, I think Yuna was making another sarcastic jab, Sachi-san. But you're too like, you're like too good-mannered to notice that, I guess. You don't need to help us with anything after school today. Go ahead and take it easy. Alright, I will. Please do, for this weekend. I'd like to spend it with Megumi after all. Oh, that's like... that's so sweet. I wish we could have seen the cupcakes, though. I was kind of expecting for them to sort of, like, have some, like, cute design on them or something. But whatever, that's not the point. Oh. And lunch ended and Unison returned to her classroom. Afternoon classes began and ended, and the school day came to a close. And after everyone left the school before the sunset, Megumi and I wandered all over the school to all the places we could both go together. Holding hands, discussing all sorts of things, we reminisced at each location about whatever we talked about and done there before. So, holding hands. I'm just trying to imagine, like, can they touch each other? Because maybe there's some weird, like, they're both ghosts, so they can have some kind of physical connection isn't the right way to put it, but some kind of, like, connection spiritually or something. I don't know. But I mean, in this picture too, it's almost like you can see some weight. I mean, Sachi-san's got her thumb in her hair. So I don't know how these ghosts operate, like what are the rules, but I don't know. I can't help but think like they can't touch each other, and that makes it sad. And it feels like in the last scene they were implying that, wasn't it? And in the beginning of the game they were implying that too. Oh well, we'll see. Night. The clouds were thicker than they had been at noon, but stars still poked through the night sky between them. I was sitting on the bench where Unisan usually eats her lunch. Megumi's head lay on my lap. She was lying on the bench, her eyes closed and at ease. Even with Megumi's head against me, I didn't feel its weight. Okay, so there, question answered. So they don't have weight. Makes sense. But they can still, like, come in contact. My perch on the bench was its own illusion, too. Every so often I would comb my fingers through Megumi's hair, or pat her head, or lay my hand on her shoulder. But it wasn't as if I felt anything. I was merely placing my hand on Megumi's hair, or head, or shoulder, and moving my fingers, yet... Okay, well, clearly I need to just keep reading, because this shit seems to just get explained anyways, which is good. I'm glad they explain it. I'm really grateful, because it helps bring so much more weight to this story. And I love how committed I love how committed the creators of this were to, like, this idea of we're dealing with two ghosts who are ephemeral. They don't have physical bodily function, and I think it could be really easy to write this and to make this game and to forget that, or to not go deep enough with it. And it's really nice how much they commit to it, because it just gives the story so much more depth. It gives these characters more depth. You know, even Megumi's whole story that we learned last time, it was so sad and heartbreaking. And I think it was just that commitment to the idea of here's someone who died at a very young age. She was in love, and she died with that intention. And so, of course, now, with Sachi, she's completely committed to her. She doesn't care about the other girls at the school. That's Sachi's wish and ambition. And Megumi supports that because she supports Sachi. But because, like, they're ghosts, it makes everything so much more tragic. And I don't know if what I said made any sense, but God, like, this is good writing. This is good character developing. Very impressed right now. I was sure of the feeling anyway, that the two of us were ghosts, wholly unable to touch, merely holding our bodies close. None of that mattered.
Megumi?
I could hear her quiet and steady breathing. Was she sleeping?
いっぱい歩き回ったものね。
But our bodies are ghostly, so we don't feel fatigue. We shouldn't have felt it, but we still seemed weighed by the sense of contentment and a desire to rest. I wonder if Megumi felt the same way, or if some of the anxiety I caused her had faded and she was instead feeling relaxed.
Megumi?
I called her name once more, my adorable, beloved sweetheart,
ごめんなさいね。
for causing you so much anxiety. Thanks to Unisan, there have even been changes occurring in our own quiet relationship. The two of us used to only be able to wander the school and observe, but that has definitely changed. I'm happy for that change. I've gained a new friend, and there are no longer days of feeling powerless. Ever since we started helping those girls with Unisan, every day has been fun for me.
気づいてあげられなくて。
But that caused Megumi anxiety. I'm sorry it took me so long to notice that you weren't feeling well.
あの日、あなたが私と同じ幽霊になって現れた日、私、 本当に驚いたのよ。そして初めて交わした言葉にも。
I was happy. I still remember it now. She was a girl I only knew by the moments our eyes met. She'd suddenly become a spirit, appeared before me, and right then confessed her love.
好きって言ってくれたのよね。
And I accepted that, and afterward, as I spent time with Megumi, I fell more and more in love with her. She's cute and a little jealous, and she loves me with all her might. She works to earn my love for her as well. I find those parts of her charming and precious. Megumi who sleeps on my lap. I want to stay like this forever. I would happily let this moment last for eternity. But I want to touch you more certainly, so that the feel of you would remain in my fingers. Because you feel so strongly for me. Because you admire me so much. Because you entrust so much of your heart to me. Oh, that's cute.
めぐみ、
My dear, my love, I want to tell you that I love you more. I want to let you know. I want to be the best lover that I can be to you. But
ごめんね、めぐみ。私、嘘ばっかりだ。
why? I don't like where this is going now. I don't like where this is going. What do you mean you lie, Sachi-san? Oh man. Cliffhanger! Damn. Okay. Well, that was really that was really cute and sad and heartfelt, and I'm surprised I feel so much for those characters. I really didn't think Sachi and Megumi would get a meaningful storyline. I thought we might learn a bit about them and their past, but I didn't think it would be played up so dramatically and tragically, which is, to me, I think wonderful that they're playing it this way. Again, I think it's just committing to this idea that you have two teenagers who died and who, you know, had these feelings, and they're stuck with these feelings because, you know, they died at that age and they're ghosts and they can't move on, and it's really tragic. But why did Sachi have to say that at the end, that she lies? Because now my head's spinning, because now of course the question is, and the question always has been the question always has been, but especially now after we've gotten Megumi's story, is, well, what happened to Sachi? And what was Sachi like when she was alive? And that, you know, Hugh makes me raise my eyebrow, and I can't wait till we get to it. But it looks like we're gonna take a little interlude, go back in time, and to June 7th, before anything in this month happened, and my troublesome friends. Oh, I'm excited. Nena? I'm assuming this is what it looks like. Let's do it. Ah, jeez, they're so annoying. Could they just cut it out already? The same afternoon as always, the same broadcasting room as always, and the same trio as always. That's fine, I don't mind that, but... Come on, Sasa, are you listening? Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm listening. What? You're not. We're reviewing our show yesterday. It was the same as always, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. This. I wish someone would do something about this. Umi's loud. She's so loud I can't sleep at all. Sleepy. I'm sleepy. I just want to be able to sleep in peace. I was always told as a child that I slept well, that it was easier to take care of me because of that. But that became a negative when I started elementary school. I'd doze off in class after all. Well, what do you want from me? I really am sleepy. And Nena, I'm gonna say this again, and you all listening are probably really annoyed, but I really think you need to go to the doctor and get that checked out, because that's like sign of some physical problems, or at least some emotional stress. Take it from someone who's been there. But I'd get tired during breaks, so I'd sleep through them. As you might expect, I didn't get to make many friends like that. The other lucky thing that happened was Umi talking to me. Sasa, too. Umi drags me around everywhere, no matter how sleepy I say I am. Honestly, sometimes I wish she'd quit it, but whatever. The volume is a problem, though. Umi being loud is just normal for her, but it's been worse lately. I know why, of course. What's up, Sasa? You've been a little weird lately. Come on, tell us if something's up. I'll do whatever I can. It's nothing. Liar. Of course it's nothing. Yeah, it's all her fault, Sasa. She's my friend, one who, like me, gets dragged around by Umi. A friend who'd suddenly appeared with Umi one day. There was me, with my uncontrollable sleepiness, and Sasa, who did everything she could to be unapproachable. Umi didn't care about any of that and tied us together to her tightly. Sasa, her black hair and the sharp gaze she wears with pride. I think a lot of people consider her a little scary, and I think Sasa tries to be that way on purpose. But Sasa's a pretty good friend. At first she was really against it, but her opposition was beaten by Umi's persistence, and now she acts like a real friend to us. She knows how other people see her, and I'm guessing it's exactly how she wants them to. That's why she remains blunt and frank. She's decided that's how she is. And she acknowledges Umi and me as her friends because we haven't left her despite her attitude. She'll keep being friends with us as long as we do the same for her. I think Sasa and I are pretty similar. We both know there's something about us that isn't going to change. That's why we can respect the people who continue to be friends with us. Yeah, it's a pretty good definition of friendship, I think. You know, the people who accept you despite your faults or your annoying quirks. But I think that especially part has changed for Sasa lately. Oh, do tell, Nena. I would definitely am interested in your perspective on this one. Because these three are just a hoot, so it's always great to hear more about them. And it's cool to see Nena's perspective, because I feel like we get a lot with Sasa and Umi because they're the most vocal, and Nena just seems to have gotten left out. So I love that Nena is really like, she's pretty intuitive about this, and she can see what's going on. It's cool. Sasa gets visibly nervous now when Umi gets all touchy-feely. It doesn't show on her face, but it's still obvious. Sasa and Umi, huh? I wonder why. Yeah, I kind of have to wonder too. Like, I feel like that's another trope. The kind of brooding, antisocial, like, fuck the world type person with the upbeat, energetic, I'm never gonna leave your side person. It seems to be kind of a trope in that sort of vein of opposites attract. And I think it happens in reality sometimes, like in real life. If I may borrow Ano's phrase, it happens IRL, for sure. But it's also a trope, which so far I've been surprised though, so I'm hoping we see something a little unique and nuanced about their relationship, or the pursuing of their relationship, considering it's not a relationship yet. If Umi left Sasa right now, I bet she'd be devastated. She probably doesn't want to think about that, and definitely doesn't want it to happen. I think that's how deep her feelings are. But why does it have to be so annoying? Yeah, I can totally relate to Nena, too. I've been in that position before where you got friends and you know one of them's dancing around the other. And you're like, oh, can you just say something? They say that's what love's like. I don't really get it, though. And I couldn't care less that they're both women. It's already annoying, so it's not like that it makes it much worse. Just... come on, if you're worrying about something, you can tell us. Friends are in it together, aren't they? I'm telling you, there's nothing to tell. This isn't like you, Sasa. What are you getting all nervous and jittery for just because of Umi? If you like Umi that much, why don't you just say so? That's what I'd do. I'd fix the problem right away, so I could sleep. Yeah, sleep. Nena's one true love in this world. But Sasa doesn't do that. She can't bring herself to tell Umi. I've tried leaving Umi and Sasa alone together to see what would happen a few times, but Sasa won't do anything. Worse, she seems weirdly relieved when I get back. Like she's relieved that we've gone back to being 3. It made me think, she's scared. Well, yeah, most people who put up that scary exterior are generally hiding a shyness or a sensitivity, a tender heart, perhaps. Maybe she thinks that Umi will hate her if she tells her, or that I'll avoid her if I find out. But that's stupid, Sasa. I get it, though. You don't know what will happen if you tell her, so you're scared. I bet you think we won't be able to hang out together anymore. I get it, but you don't need to worry about that, Sasa, especially about me. You and Umi wouldn't bother me. I wouldn't leave or anything. And Umi might be the same. Maybe it'd go well, you know? Even if you tell her and she can't answer you, I can't imagine she wouldn't want to be friends anymore. I bet she'd just play it off like, we don't need love if we need friendship. Or, we don't need love if we have friendship, or something. Though I suppose that could still hurt Sasa pretty bad. Yeah, no, that is like a dig in the heart. Stupid, we're friends, let's be friends. I don't love you that way. God, we've all been there. It sucks. But I do agree with Nena. It is better just to get it out in the open and deal with the pain if that's what is coming. Nena, are you awake? You say something to Sasa too. You're her friend, aren't you? Huh? I got nothing. I lay with my head on the mixer and glanced over at my phone next to me. On it was a text I'd gotten from Umi last night. I hadn't read it until this morning though, and I still haven't replied to it. Hey, hasn't Sasa been acting weird lately? Don't you think she's been spaced out a lot? Do you think she's worrying about something? You haven't heard anything, have you, Nena? She's our friend, so we want her to talk to us about anything, right? Come on, Nena, let's help Sasa out. Let's do whatever we can for her, whatever she needs. You don't get it, Umi. You don't get any of it. And yet you notice that Sasa's been a little weird lately, and you're worried enough to send me this text about it? Umi, if you care about Sasa so much, how about paying a little more attention to her? Umi, loud, pushy, quick to jump to conclusions, my friend who always interrupts my sleep. She's brimming with curiosity and jumps right into anything that's new or that she thinks she'll enjoy, pulling me and Sasa along with her. And her condition? If I've got a sleeping condition, and Sasa's got an attitude condition, then Umi's got a friendship condition. She pushes her friendship onto us, but never doubts us for a second either. She never doubts our friendship. She's really good at making people feel trusted, and I bet it's completely natural to her. I kind of wish she was doing it on purpose sometimes, though. Is this what they call charisma? It kind of just seems like she's trying to be a cool, independent woman. If so, then she should really try to think things through more. Stop worrying so much about me and Sasa. Though I suppose I have no idea what would have happened to me if Umi weren't around. I wouldn't be in a club, no question. I'd sleep, go to school and sleep, go back home and sleep. I couldn't imagine anything other than that. Yeah, so is Nena only in the broadcasting club because Umi dragged her into it? Because I can't imagine Nena being interested in this at all, considering she's always asleep on the mixer anyway. It's interesting. Does she just, like, I mean, she's at this point developed a friendship with Umi and genuinely cares about her and Sasa too, but I wonder if she just, like, was she just so, like, complacent in the beginning when they first met and Umi's, like, dragging her around and she's like, well, I guess I can sleep here too, so whatever. The moment she first laid eyes on me, I thought, this one's going to be trouble. And now I can't relax or rest when these two are acting like this. I'm gonna go get a drink. I wanted to drink some coffee milk so I could get some sleep. Does coffee milk put you to sleep? I assume. No caffeine, I guess. Oh, I'll come with. Huh? I knew you would do this, but why? Just wait here with Sasa. Yeah, it makes me wonder if that whole bathroom incident that happened when we first met these three and Nena went up to get the bathroom, if that was another attempt for her to, like, leave Sasa and Umi alone. That seems like it could be. Come on, you come too, Sasa, because this is, like, the exact same conversation right now. Huh? I don't really. We're going together because we're friends. Yeah, Umi probably does have some kind of charisma. Some kind of, like, I don't know what kind of charisma I'd call it, but she it's probably why she's interested in radio and does a good job at it, because she understands, like, how to attract people and get people to listen to her. I mean, I don't know how persuasive "we're friends" works for, you know, I don't know how persuasive that is to everyone, but at least to these two it works. And I could see her, like, knowing exactly how to sort of attract people to listen to what she has to say or do what she wants them to do. She'd be a good leader. Maybe. Though maybe she should listen a little more, considering the feelings, according to Umi, are so obvious. Or according to Nena, are so obvious, Sasa's feelings for Umi. Ugh, this sucks. This is so much trouble. And it's gonna be the rainy season soon, too. Give me a break. I won't be able to get any sleep at all. Nena, you're a good friend, though. You're a good friend. But yeah, maybe, you know, you just give a little push in the next direction, in the right direction, which I assume we're gonna find out now, because this is June 22nd, and this is the day when Nena and Yuna talk about it. So I want to know what Nena whispered to Sasa before she left. I'm curious. The rainy season is in full swing now, raining just as many days as not. It's such a bother going to school, though I doubt Umi would let me skip. Umi and Sasa are the same as usual, and I'm sleepy, same as usual. Sasa's still taking her sweet time saying anything to Umi, and Umi's being her usual self, all serious about intervening with Sasa, trying to get me involved. This is what you call a vicious cycle, I guess. Nothing's gonna happen unless Sasa does something. I've been trying to find opportunities to leave them alone, but Umi always tags along with me and drags Sasa with us. Holy crap, this is so annoying. We came to school together again today, meeting up at the station near our houses, getting on the train together, and walking here from Shinmachi together. It was just like every other day until we passed through the main gate on our way to the entrance hall. Whoa! A sudden gust. Sasa had already closed her umbrella, and I was in the back, still holding tight to mine. But Umi was still closing hers, and the wind caught it in just the right spot. Ah! Well, there goes Umi's umbrella. The plastic's torn off from the ribs, and they've been bent back anyway. No way, that gust wasn't fair. That'd be your karma, I suppose. That's not true, it's the weather's fault. Ah, well, it's just a plastic umbrella, I guess. Incidentally, mine's also plastic. Sasa's got a real one, and it's black, too. She may have selected that intentionally. But what do I do now? I don't have a spare umbrella. The forecast said rain all day today, right? I don't know. I don't know either. I just brought an umbrella because it was raining this morning. What do I do on the way home? Do you guys have spare umbrellas? Nope. Sasa and I both shook our heads. What? How come neither of you have spares? That's a weird question, Umi. What do you mean? Who brings a spare umbrella with them? I know, if it's still raining when we go home, will one of you let me under your umbrella? Huh? Not me. Use Nena's. Oh, Sasa, don't be like that. Don't be like that. What? Why not? Your umbrella's big, isn't it, Sasa? Let me under. We're friends, aren't we? Yeah, exactly, Sasa. Friends friends share their umbrellas with one another. It doesn't have to be awkward or anything. It's only awkward if you make it awkward. Maybe. The rain continued to pour after school. The three of us will end up going home together again at this rate, and we'll have 2 umbrellas between us. Sasa's umbrella is big, so Umi will probably be able to share hers. Then we just need one more push. If I just stay at school, the 2 of them can go home together, under one umbrella. With all that, maybe Sasa will find the courage to confess to Umi. I hope she will, anyway. Yeah, I don't think so. Like, this might not be where the story's headed, but in all honesty, I would never confess under an umbrella with someone because it's like such close proximity, and if it's pouring, you can't escape them. So if you do get rejected, you're stuck under the same umbrella in close proximity until you get home. Like, that is so uncomfortable. Who would put themselves through that? I would never use that as the time and place to confess my love to someone. Never. It'd be so awkward if they rejected me. I don't know why there's this logic with all the characters right now to be like, yeah, they're gonna share the same umbrella, so maybe Sasa will finally confess. And Sasa's not exactly like gung-ho about this anyway. She's looking for any excuse to avoid confessing to Umi. So why would she put her in a more uncomfortable position and she's gonna do it? I don't buy it. I don't follow that logic at all. Come to think of it, I did get a text about that, didn't I? Yes, I guess now we're talking about the video game, or not the video game, the video that got deleted, and Ano's very convenient forgetfulness. I'm really surprised Ano wasn't in on this. I mean, I know she's forgetful, but come on, this forgetful? Especially, look at that face. I know she takes pride in it for whatever reason, but it just seems very mischievous, I guess. Like, something's on purpose around here, and I don't know what. But something weird is like, we know Ano and Yuna were just talking about going to see Nena for a very specific reason as they were leaving the classroom. There is no reason Ano, even with a poor memory, could forget her phone of all things, too. Like, I'm pretty sure teenagers in Japan aren't that different from teenagers in America. Who forgets their phone? Especially when they're on their way home. Like, she is leaving school. Like, I imagine Ano and Yuna get ready to meet Nena, and they're gonna go home after that. Who forgets their phone in the classroom when they're on their way home? Like, something is going on with Ano, and maybe she has a different motivation, because clearly she had nothing to do with Nena's plan to get Sasa and Umi alone together, but maybe Ano has some other ulterior motive or agenda or something, because I just can't buy it that she forgot her phone. Well, since you went to the trouble, I guess I've got to go with you. Though really, I should be thanking you. I turned back to Umi and Sasa. Well, that's that then. Sorry, but could you two go home without me? What? Wait a second, Nena. Umi doesn't like it, just like I expected. But I was prepared for this too. Sorry, but it's Ano, you know. She'll probably forget it again if I miss this. Man, you're making me blush here. It's nothing to be proud of, but well done, Ano. But we said we'd go shopping with Sasa, didn't we? That's right, we promised we'd go shopping with Sasa today. Umi won't let us do stuff like that unless it's all three of us together after all. But this time I won't be able to go. That's why I said I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you at some point, I promise. Okay. How long will it take? We'll wait. Jeez, I knew it. Umi doesn't know when to give up. Oh, come on, you don't have to do that. We can't just leave you behind, Nena. Well, I'm happy you feel that way, but Sasa won't have time to do her shopping if you wait around for me, right? What? It's gonna take that long? Well, we've got to watch the video and stuff. You want to sit here and make Sasa miss out on her shopping? Huh? You wanted to go shopping with Sasa today because you were concerned about her, right? Staying here and waiting for me is kind of getting your priorities backwards, isn't it? I'll leave Sasa to you, Umi. Or rather, I'll leave you to Sasa. It's her who actually has to do something. I'm sorry, okay? I'll make up for it next time. Oh, I guess we have no choice. But we're definitely all going together next time, okay? Yeah, sorry. Phew, Umi's finally given up. All that's left is... Sorry I couldn't go with you guys, Sasa. Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Well, have fun with Umi then. Yeah. This might be unnecessary, but I whispered to Sasa so that only she could hear. Good luck. I'm not spurring her on or encouraging her or anything. Just go for it already. I just wanted to say it. You don't need to worry about me. That's all I meant by it. Nice. I love it. Nena's such a good friend. Good for you, Nena. Good for you. I turned and waved at Umi before Sasa could say anything back to me. Well, see you. See ya. Go back home when you're done, okay, Nena? You can't sleep at school. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm so relieved that this worked out that I'm not sure I can promise that. Sasa and Umi headed for the exit, glancing back my way a few times. Sasa opened her umbrella, her black umbrella, matching her black hair. Umi went under it. Sasa wasn't doing a good job hiding the extra space she left between them. Don't run away, Sasa. Seriously, do something already. I watched them leave. I couldn't help muttering while we headed back to Ano's classroom. Sheesh, they finally left. I don't know if Tomi-san heard from beside me. I don't care, though. Ano's friend. We were classmates last year, but I don't think we talked much. They're finally alone together. Hopefully Sasa can make her move this time. This happened before, I think. Last month. Were we on the way to interview some club president? It was just like this last time. Ano came along with something I could use to excuse myself, leaving Umi and Sasa alone. Tomi-san was there that time too, so I guess it's fine. Those two are so much trouble. Don't you think, Tomi-san? What? Huh? You hadn't noticed about Sasa, Tomi-san? Huh? I wasn't sure she knew or anything. Actually, it might be weirder if Tomi-san really had noticed. But Tomi-san's never talked to me even when she's been with Ano. And it's sort of bugging me that this has happened twice now. Like, maybe she came with Ano because she'd noticed. I suppose it's not like she could have planned on Ano forgetting things, though. Ano doesn't do this stuff on purpose, after all. It's natural. But I guess she could have talked to me and tried to get me to stay behind. I don't know, Nena. Ano's forgetfulness seems to come at quite the right time. You have no idea. But why is Tomi-san worrying about Umi and Sasa? I can't think of why she would. I guess I don't really care, though. Regardless of whether Tomi-san knows or doesn't know about Sasa, things have turned out alright. I don't know Tomi-san too well, but I want to believe she wouldn't just go and blab about this stuff to people. I just wanted to give Sasa a chance. I don't like seeing her acting so weird, and it's way too much work putting up with Umi when she's going crazy worrying about her. I don't know what will happen, but I think being honest is better than not. Well, I don't know if Umi likes Sasa like that or not, really. I just thought it'd be better for Sasa to come out and say it either way. I don't think Umi would think any less of her. You know, Umi's friendship thing is like an illness at this point. It's been even worse lately. It was kind of stressing me out, too. I feel bad for Sasa. Well, I just thought I'd meddle a little. I don't think Umi would stop being friends with Sasa, even if it didn't work out. I see. I guess Tomi-san's a little on the spot for a response. Sorry to bother you with this stuff. Huh? What are you two whispering about back there? And what about Ano? Did she hear that stuff? Well, it doesn't matter if she did. What's this now? When did you two get so close? Is this a new pairing? Is Yuna Nena a thing now? What are you saying? Cut it out. I'm gonna root for Ano Yuna if you're gonna be that way. God, give me a break. So I managed to separate myself from them today. The rest is up to you, Sasa. Oh wow. This okay, so I'm gonna end here. I know, cliffhanger, right? Because it looks like we're gonna jump right into Sasa's perspective from here on out. But I just want to say we did a lot today, right? We found out that Megumi was being anxious for no reason, and we got a little bit into Sachi's head and how she feels about Megumi and being a ghost and all that sad stuff. But then things got a little better. We got some of the story from Nena's perspective, how she feels about her friends, and she's quite perceptive. She is quite perceptive. The way she figured out about Sasa's feelings, the things she thought about Yuna and Ano. It's kind of surprising. But, we're at an hour, so we're going to cut it here, and next time we will come back and we will see what happens on that lovely walk home under the umbrella. Thanks all for watching, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Take care, everyone.